Yo dudes, what's up? This is PlanetKeef, I'm Keef, and today it's episode 40 in the increasingly infrequent weekly vlog series thing. But that's a good thing because there's quite a bit of stuff to tell you about. So first of all, we're going back a few weeks. In the last episode I told you we'd been to IKEA and Mrs. Planet had bought something marvellous for our kitchen, but I didn't tell you what it is. Now I can reveal. It's a standalone kitchen island thing, which is brilliant. So that'll be where I'm doing my cooking videos. It's all set up at the right height. It's got a gantry over for lighting and microphones and things. And then when I'm not doing that, it's our dining table, and we've got a couple of sort of bar stools to use to sit on. And so that's grand. But before I built it, I wanted to paint the kitchen, because we've been in there 5 or 6 years and it hasn't been decorated or redecorated. So it was about due. So I got some sample pots of paint from Wickes, which is a huge DIY box store. And neither of them was quite the colour that I wanted. So I went back and I just took the plunge. I bought a big tin of paint, 2.5 litres, £14, which I thought was an excellent price. And it's really good quality paint, covers really well. You know, did the whole thing in one coat. Except I did do the whole thing in one coat, but near the end I thought I wouldn't have enough paint to do the bit of wall above the cupboards. So I went back to Wickes and I bought another can of paint, but this time there was a special promotion on. It's probably finished now. That £14 was reduced to £9, which is a phenomenal cheap price for good paint. So I bought that. As it turned out, I didn't need it. I just managed to finish the whole thing from the first tin of paint. So I took the unopened new tin back to, well, with the aim of swapping it for a different colour, because Mrs. Planet wants to paint her office. And so, you know, I had a slight dilemma, because I had a receipt for the same thing. One price at £14, one at £9. But being Mr. Honest, I took the £9 one and got that. Also, in the last few weeks, you've probably heard of this thing called Wordle, which is an online word game where you have 6 tries to guess a 5-letter word. I resisted getting involved with it because I knew I'd just get addicted. However, it only lets you have one go per day, so the addiction is there, but it's not too serious. So yeah, so I started doing that. It was developed by this guy called Josh Wardle, who's a Brit living in the States, as a gift for his partner. And then, you know, they realised there was commercial potential, and so they made it public. And then the New York Times came along and offered a low 7-figure, which means $1 or $2 million, I suppose, which is very nice, thank you. However, the problem with New York Times is they like to put things behind firewalls. You need to subscribe and stuff like that. They've said they won't do that with Wordle initially. So that's fine. The minute they do that, I'm gone. I'm not paying money to do that. And also, it seems that they've been cleaning up the word list. They've removed words like wench, lynch, slave, that might be considered offensive. Also, they've offended most Brits. A couple of weeks ago, the winning word, I think it was humour or rumour, with only one U. We like to put a second U in because, you know, we're quite generous like that. And it has been suggested that there should be a British version of the game called Wordle with a U. Okay, now it might seem to you that I do nothing but spend money and buy things. This is not entirely the case. But I did buy, you know, with our newly renovated kitchen, what it really needed was a radio. And we've not actually had a freestanding dedicated radio for decades. So I bought one, and I'm very, very happy with it. It's got a beautiful full colour screen, which some of the other, competitors, they've still got these nasty LEDs. But this is a nice full colour screen. Tells you what station, what DJ, what record is playing, and what artist, which is all good stuff. Also, it's a bit more than a radio. It can play music from a micro SD card or a USB memory stick, and also it's a Bluetooth speaker, so you can connect your phone wirelessly and play any music that you've got on the phone. And it looks nice, so I'm very happy with that. So one of the things that happens in the middle of February is Valentine's Day, and it fell on a Monday this year. So yeah, we didn't plan on going out. Also, the weather has just been all over the place and nasty. So I noticed that, well, all the major supermarkets have been doing Valentine's meal deals for about £15 or £20. And one that particularly caught my eye was the Morrison's one. £15, you get a starter, a main, 2 sides, a dessert, and a bottle of wine. And so there's my haul, and there's my receipt. You can see that there's 2 items on there. The steak and the wine were £8 each. So already you've exceeded the £15 that it cost you. And in fact, if you bought the whole thing in as separate items, it would cost £26.75, as opposed to the 15 quid for the offer, which is absolutely brilliant. And it was mostly really, really good quality, nice. You had to cook it yourself though. That's a bit, yeah. But it's okay, I know how to do a steak. And finally, we've just had yet another storm. This one was called Eunice, which came with big red danger to life warnings. And also, without any warning, came with an inch of snow. So that was a surprise. I like snow, but I'm glad I'd gone out and done the shopping before it happened, because it did settle, and yeah, it did get a bit dodgy. Anyway, that's what's been happening on PlanetKeef. Hope you enjoyed hearing about it, and I'll see you next time.